Hi, Jill here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Relax, Release and Reiki, which is all about helping you to deeply relax, release anything that isn't serving you, using beautiful Reiki, of course, and some simple life-lifting coaching techniques. In this video, I'd like to guide us through opening, balancing, and removing any blocks from our throat chakra, which, no surprise, is all linked to communication and self-expression. Chakras are just energy centres, and I say they're obviously each one is related to something a bit different. Our throat chakra is linked to the colour blue, so if you can, once we start the guided Reiki meditation, if you can picture the colour blue, that would be lovely, but it really doesn't matter. And maybe it'll just appear for you anyway. Everyone has a different experience once they start to open up to Reiki. So our throat chakra can become blocked, and it's not necessarily like a big event that can happen that blocks it, but it's quite typical that through the course of our life there are scenarios where we get shut down, we're told to be quiet, or as a little kid you're like, don't be silly, be quiet, shh, all that sort of thing. And it's not that there was any malicious intent to it, but we can internalise that, and it ends up feeling as though it's not quite safe to express ourselves, or not express ourselves fully, really be our genuine, open, true self. We learn to put a filter on what we say, and to a certain extent that's needed, obviously, because if we went around expressing how we felt all the time, I guess we'd have no friends. But sometimes it can become a bit too much, and when it's tipping over into that, if you like, unhealthy block, it can lead to anxiety, low self-confidence, low self-esteem, feeling that you're feeling not heard, feeling a bit lonely, and that just generally that you're not able to express yourself. So obviously we don't want that. All right, I think that's enough. I think I'm just going to allow us to be guided once I open up, and just see what happens and see where that leads us. So I always want everyone to stay safe, so please don't listen to this if you're driving or operating heavy machinery. Instead, take this as an opportunity to sit, or even better still, lie down. Why not? I never need to be asked twice. And I really recommend coming back to this if you've had alcohol, caffeine or recreational drugs in the last few hours. Yeah, you can always watch this another time. That's the beauty of YouTube, isn't it? All right. So, if you're not already, have a seat, lie back and get comfortable. And then just gently close your eyes. So, it can feel difficult almost to get into that headspace of deep relaxation after experiencing a busy day. It depends obviously what time you're listening to this. So let's just pause and be still just for a moment. And just notice with curiosity where your energy seems to be. Does it feel scattered, almost sort of on the fringes of your aura, or do you feel balanced and aligned? Let's take a lovely deep breath in. If you can, in through your nose, and then release the breath. And from this point on, imagine that every breath that you take in is bringing in the Reiki energy, allowing it to flow to and through you. And with every breath that you release, you're doing exactly that. You're releasing any stale energy that needs to be shifted and let go of. There's no need to bring too much focus to that unless I particularly guide us to do that. Just allow it to happen, accept that that is what's happening, and just go with the flow. All you need to do is just relax. So I'm going to set the intention for us to open our throat chakra, for it to be balanced, spinning in the right direction, and free from any energy blocks, or at least starting that process to release any energetic blocks in our throat chakra. Okay. Before we bring our attention fully to our throat chakra, I'm just going to guide us through a little relaxation exercise. So first of all, let's ground ourselves. So no matter whether you're sitting, lying, doesn't matter. Just imagine that your feet are firmly planted on the ground. You can imagine yourself standing outside in nature if you like, or just in a room where you feel safe. You could be standing, you could be sitting, but no matter what, your feet are very firmly, purposefully planted on the ground. So just invite you to bring your focus to your actual soles of your feet and feel as though you're making a really deep connection to the ground beneath you, no matter where you happen to be physically. And this allows you to connect with the earth. And as you pause here just for a moment, feeling very planted, grounded, unwavering almost. You take a nice deep breath in and release that breath. So every breath in, bringing the Reiki energy in through the crown of your head, all coursing down your whole body, and releasing any stale, unwanted energy through the soles of your feet. And with every exhale, deepening that connection with nature, with the earth, a feeling of oneness starts to grow. Being very grounded, which allows your energy to start to rebalance, come back into flow. As if somebody has drawn a line through the very core of you. You feel yourself grow taller, stronger, much more aligned. And as this grounded feeling grows, so does that feeling of calm, contentment, and deep, deep relaxation. It's safe for you to deeply relax now. Just for the moment, just for this Reiki session, Give yourself permission to allow your energy to go where it needs to receive the Reiki healing light and love. Just notice if you're holding any tension in your body. Maybe just gently move that part of your body, almost shake it out. In fact, let's take a nice deep breath in, breathing into any areas that feel tight. Fill them with the Reiki energy and release. Release that tension, release that energy. Let it go. And as you do so, you can relax a little bit more. A little bit more. Allow yourself to feel light and free. Sometimes that can feel as though you're almost detaching from your physical body. It's safe to do so. At any time you can just start to wiggle your hands and feet and open your eyes and come back in the room if you want to, need to. But for now, allow your energy to float, lift away from your physical body, just becoming one with nature. So I invite you to bring your attention to your throat chakra, which is, I like to think of it as that little dip that we've got at the bottom of our throat or the bottom of our neck. There is a name for it, but I can't remember what it is now. If you want to, you could just gently lay one or even both of your hands on that space, just very gently, not putting any pressure or anything like that, but just to bring focus. Let's breathe in to our chakra. So nice deep breath in, into that space, and then turn the breath around and release the breath. Stay nice and calm and relaxed. If it's possible for you, bring the colour blue to mind. No worries if you're not able to do that, it's absolutely fine. Or maybe another colour pops up for you, that's equally fine. And just with curiosity, notice how you're feeling in this moment. So with your focus on your throat chakra, are there any particular thoughts popping up? Do you feel energetically scattered, or do you feel peaceful? Or maybe little flashes of memory, past scenarios flashing up in your mind's eye. Is there a sensation somewhere else in your body that just feels prickly or just a bit different? Just notice. So to start with, I just invite you to recall a situation or a scenario where you felt unheard or you felt shut down. Now, it could be something quite recently, maybe something as simple as just a friend or a family member just talking over you because they were excited about something. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a, in inverted commas, bad thing. Or it may be a memory from further back where you were wanting to express yourself and your feelings, and what you were trying to say was negated or dismissed in some way. Just see where your energy wants to take you. Try to relax. It's quite easy to want to shut this down. So whatever first pops in your head is perfect. If you're struggling to bring something to mind, just say to your energy, please show me a time when I felt I didn't have a voice or I didn't feel heard. Please show me a time when I didn't have a voice or I didn't feel heard. And holding on to that scenario, just acknowledge the feelings that you felt at that time. How were you feeling? Did you feel a little put out, irritated, full on angry? Did you feel ashamed, belittled, dismissed, lonely? Did you feel worried or scared? Did you feel unsafe, fed up? You fill in the emotions. And allow them to bubble up for you. Bring them to the surface. Really picture yourself in that scene. How were you feeling? Can you feel it in your body when you think about this scenario? And now release those feelings that you had. Just literally say, I'm ready to release feeling, and then list the emotions that came up. So I'm ready to release feeling sad, lonely, scared, unsafe, whatever it happens to be for you. Let it go. Take a breath, if you start to feel a bit overwhelmed, and then release it. Just go slowly, be kind. I'm ready to release. Right, and if there was a part of your body that felt as if the emotion was almost trapped there, let's say, I don't know, in your heart area, in your solar plexus, or maybe in your hips or your knees, any part of your body, if that's the case, I invite you to take a nice deep breath into that area and then release. So start the process of releasing any trapped energy in relation to this. If you're not having that feeling, never mind, that's absolutely fine. Just take a lovely deep breath in and release. Perfect. If another wave of emotions or another scene is coming to mind, just repeat the process. Bring up the emotions, let them bubble to the surface. Acknowledge them just with curiosity, without any form of judgment. Things are just what they are. And then I'm ready to release whatever it happens to be for you. Just keep repeating this process if you feel you want to. I'm ready to release. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to allow those feelings and emotions to bubble up because we're so used to suppressing them, particularly around anger and shame. Some of those more, if you like, dirty emotions, also we're told anyway. So let's just generically say, I'm ready to release any trapped energy relating to me being able to fully express myself. I'm ready to release any energy, trapped energy, relating to me being able to fully express myself. I release and I let it go. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel as though you're pulling that energy into your throat chakra and then release. Release the breath. Release the energy. Start that process of unblocking anything in your throat chakra. So now we've made some space. Let's welcome in some more uplifting thoughts and feelings and the associated loving energy that they bring. So I'll start us off, but you can obviously fill in with anything that feels good to you. Just notice what emotions or words come up. I feel safe expressing myself. I deserve to be heard. I'm able to express myself coherently, clearly, concisely. I'm a confident speaker. I express my feelings in a kind and loving way. I feel confident and comfortable expressing myself. I'm excited and curious to explore sharing my voice with others. I always speak from the loving place of my heart. I show acceptance of others. I leave judgment behind. And I connect with others from my heart to theirs. So if there's anything specific that you'd like to welcome in, please do so. It's beautiful. But remember to always come from the loving place of your heart and talk in absolute positives. I am, rather than what you're not. So I'll just pause for a few moments. So bring your focus back to your throat chakra once again. And imagine, if you can, a ball of blue light circling around your neck and throat. Just gentle. There may be a sensation, but it's a lovely one. It's safe. And it's just this ball of light circling around your throat chakra. So we're inviting our throat chakra to be open, to be balanced, and to be spinning in the right direction. Just opening a little bit more, letting go of what's not serving us, any trapped energy. Just notice how the back of your throat is feeling. Does it feel as though you just want to sort of swallow hard? If so, take a nice deep breath into that space and then out the breath, helping to release any energy that may be bubbling up and out. Okay. And just one last time. It feels safe to express myself clearly, openly, confidently. I deserve to be heard. I have a voice and it deserves to be heard. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to come back into the room now. So start to notice your physical body. Wiggle your hands and feet a little bit. And then just gently open your eyes, come back in the room. Okay. So with any form of release, like the one that we've just been through, Reiki will only go at the pace that you can cope with. So that's a great thing to know, so you can trust that you're not going to be overwhelmed by emotion, or that it's going to be painful. Reiki would never ever do that because it is a return to love. But what it does mean is that everyone's different. So if as a child you definitely can resonate with that fact that you did get shut down, you didn't have a voice, that your feelings were negated, we're not going to be able to release that in just one Reiki session. It's just too big. Because these things actually grow over time as well. And you have a lot of subconscious beliefs about self-expression and communication, and they'll need to be just gently released over time. So my recommendation would be to actually journal. Just pay attention to what's coming up for you over the next few days, maybe the next few weeks, and just journal and go through that process of allowing those emotions, those thoughts and feelings to bubble up. Write them out. Really go for it. But make sure wherever you're writing it, it's a private notebook that nobody else can see, so that you feel, again, safe to be able to fully express, get it out there, process those emotions, and then go through that release. I release X, Y, and Z depending on what's in your story. Be sure to then welcome in some good stuff as well. So whatever you've released, bring in the opposite. So make sure that you're saying it to yourself, that it's safe to express yourself, that you deserve to be heard, and all that good sort of thing. And I would actually recommend listening to this Reiki session as well, because obviously Reiki can help not shortcut that process, but actually dig down into some of those really deeply buried beliefs that we've suppressed. And that leads me to the last thing. So a lot of the time in our culture, it's not okay to express anger. We're taught to suppress it, to get a grip, stop behaving like that. And so we don't learn how to process anger. And again, that can then lead to blockages in our throat chakra. We can feel frustrated, maybe even a bit irritated all the time because we haven't allowed that anger to come out. So I will create a video on how to release anger, but again, you can actually journal this. So if there are certain scenarios that are coming up for you where you did feel cross but you weren't allowed to stamp your feet, to scream and shout, or whatever you felt like you wanted to do, journal it and then actually again process those emotions. Okay, I think that's enough for me for this video. Just wish you lots of love and happiness.